A very warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, Parvati ma'am, Mr. Prateek, our Vice Principal, Dr. Satish Sarfare sir, my colleague Geeta ma'am, the Internal Quality Assurance Cell Coordinator, and my dear students. And if I have my faculty colleagues also for for this webinar, a very warm welcome to all of you. As you are aware that International World IPR Day is celebrated on 26th April. I must say I got to know very recently about this day, not being that famous. But this webinar today we are having and we have all assembled here. The special thanks to go is for the government of India, the initiative what they take, because as we all understand, intellectual property, it is nothing but encouraging and also nurturing the innovative ideas which all young minds and all of us have, and thereby government of India takes this initiative that we contribute towards the cultural and economic development of the society. So what we have done primarily, why this? Since we have celebrated our 75th Independence Day recently, and on this monumental occasion, Government of India had special initiative called Azadi Ka Amrit Maha Utsav. And under this initiative also, there have been many other initiatives on different fields. And under IPR, the government of India also had an initiative called National Intellectual Property Mission. And what the experts are doing under this mission, they are trying to reach out to young minds like all of you to make aware about what is IPR and how that helps us in our courses, in our whatever specialty expertise we are doing. And thereby, we have called Parvati ma'am today to take us through this journey to understand what is intellectual property rights, what are few terms which in a day-to-day language we may, अरे ये तो मेरा patent है. This is my patent dialogue. At least I have been using from my childhood days. I'm sure you all would be also. But not knowing what exactly and what one spark of idea, if we follow in a right manner, how and where we would reach. And that is why we have come together today to understand. And I must thank SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, the Autonomous College, the IQAC cell for taking this initiative of hosting this program. So not taking much time from all of you, I request our Vice Principal, Dr. Satish Sarfare sir, to say a few words. Welcoming you, Satish sir.
Thank you, Suma madam. Let me share my screen with you.
Sure, sir.
I believe the slide is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir, it is.
Namaskar, this is Satish Sarfare from SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Autonomous Science West, Mumbai. Respected Parvati madam from the Office of Patents, Trademarks, Designs, Government of India. Ms. Suma Nair, Director, SIES Central Training Department. My colleague Geeta Paluskar madam, Coordinator of IQAC. Faculty colleagues from the host institution and from the sister concern institutions. And last but not the least, dear students. I'm extremely delighted because this is an area which I am closely associated with, thanks to a couple of subjects which I'm teaching where IPR is in the curriculum. And all the more because now under the aegis of National Intellectual Property Rights Awareness Mission, the most important stakeholder, the student stakeholder, is going to be made aware of what exactly are intellectual property rights and the different kinds. SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, we got the autonomous status in 2018. And thereafter, under the aegis of Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan, RUSA, we have created a cell which has been titled as Nirmiti Kendra. The term Nirmiti itself will give you an idea, something to do with innovation, entrepreneurship cell and skill development hub. And under that aegis, we are trying to encourage students whereby if they have those ideas don't simply remain with them. We are doing hand-holding by involving professionals in this field so that the student stakeholders realize that you have to conceptualize an idea, incubate that idea, give the right kind of environment to that idea, translate that idea so that eventually it would result in some kind of product development, and take it to the next level to find out if it has applications by involving other stakeholders. Because we strongly believe that ideas not only rule the world, eventually ideas can also change the world. If I talk in terms of this generation and the earlier school of thought which I belong to, my colleagues would agree with me, kindly correct me if I'm wrong, that at least for our generation, all that we knew about was movable and immovable property, property which I can inherit, property which was ancestral. This generation, I would say, you are above us because you have something which nobody can take away from you. And that's where the intellectual property rights and the domain which it involves comes into picture. Congratulations to Soma madam, congratulations to Geeta madam for taking up this initiative, which is the need of the hour. I hope that this session not only will take you through the various domains of IPR, but will also simplify some of the terms which are required at the student level. Thank you and wish you good luck. Thank you, Soma madam.
Thank you, sir. That was a very inspiring words and charged all of us. And looking forward to hear from Parvati ma'am. I request Geeta ma'am to introduce our speaker for the day. Over to you, Geeta ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Suma. Uh, Good morning to our esteemed guest, Parvati ma'am, Pratik sir, all my faculty colleagues who are present today, and my dear students. So, we are here for a very interesting awareness program. A property, as Satish sir very rightly said, we did not even know existed in our youth, but you know it right from the school days. And here we have our government officials who have approached us on their own, okay, asking us whether they could they could conduct an awareness program, okay, on IPR for our students. So a big thank you to our government officials, that is Pratik Hendreji and Parvati ji, who have reached out to us to enlighten us, and that is why we are getting this opportunity to get to become aware. I would say some of you may be already aware, the research students who've joined us, and they may be working on the research projects. So this session will take it further and guide you better in how you can convert your idea into a patent and such. So coming back to the main job that I have to do, I have to introduce our esteemed speaker, Parvati ma'am. So by education, she has completed her MSc and MPhil in biochemistry from University of Kerala. She has worked in the capacity of examiner of patents and designs for 7 years, after which from 2019 till date, she is working in the capacity of assistant controller of patents and design with the Department of Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Intellectual Property Office, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. There is an office very close to our college at Antop Hill, the Bauddhik Sampada Bhavan. Some of you who stay near that area would know. So that is where she works. And Parvati madam, I'm really glad to have you here in this forum to guide our students. Without much ado, I will request you to start with your session. Over to you, Parvati ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. A very good morning to all of you. And thank you, Satish sir, also for that inspiring words about intellectual property rights. And it was so good to hear in the college also students are having intellectual property rights in their curriculum, and it's really needed nowadays. So yeah, that is the reason I'm here also. Because government felt that the students in India or young people in India is not much aware about the various terms or various intellectual property rights. उसमें क्या protection ले सकता है कि what all creations are protected under what Right. So I'll give you an overview about all these things. Our National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. There are many officials. Pratik sir is one among that. So there are many officials work in this mission to make students. They are reaching most of the students, as many as possible, to make them aware about the intellectual property rights, so that see this year, April 26th. Suma ma'am has already mentioned about April 26th, or World in Intellectual Property Day. So this year, the theme of the day was IP and Youth Innovating for a Better Future. So again, for the young students here, I'm here with the presentation. Please let me know if you are able to see this presentation, or in between, if there is any network glitch or any issues, please let me know. And I appreciate if you can interact with me during my presentation. There is no issues. If you can unmute and talk, you can do that. And if you want to just put it in the chat, that's also fine. But make sure that you interact with me. And in this session, we'll see what are all the intellectual property rights are. And one second. Yeah. So I'm Parvati. Like Geeta ma'am has already told, our office is in Andop Hill, Bhautik Sampada Bhavan, or Intellectual Property Office. Uh, I think now only I realize that your college is so close to this office, Sion. So let's start with the intellectual property awareness program.
अमन भाई वहाँ पर है क्या? अमन भाई को लगता है यहाँ है.
All okay? I can start, right? So before going to the rights and what all can be protected under those rights, we'll just see what an intellectual property could be. What is actually intellectual property? Sir told about this. Satish sir mentioned about this, that property. We know the definition of property. We know what a property is. Property is something that you own, that you can you get inherited, or anything that you own or that is yours can be called as your property, right? So that is the simple definition, property, that anything that is owned by a person can be called as his property. How a property differs from an intellectual property, that is my question here. Can anyone tell me how a property differs from an intellectual property, or why there is intellectual property and property, we take it in a separate definition? Any answer for that? What can be called as an intellectual property? Yes. So you can interact, no issues. If there is any starting double, that's okay. Relax. You just hear what the definition, what the basic terms are, how these examples are. I'll give simple examples only. So intellectual property is anything that that property is a creation of human intellect. Any creation of human intellect, any creation of human mind, human brain can be called as an intellectual property. So by this definition, you will be thinking what all things actually could come under that definition. It can be any man-made creation which comes out of human intellect. If you have found something new, made something new, or you have a new way of making something, you have a technical solution for a particular problem, then any such creation can be called as an intellectual property. Inventions, आपको पता है कि फ्रॉम द स्कूल्स, प्राइमरी स्कूल से भी इन्वेंशंस के बारे में हम लोग जनरल नॉलेज में कई इन साइंस क्लासेस we heard these things, inventions, we are familiar, we learned about a lot of inventors in our school days. So inventions में product process दोनों आता है. So inventions can be called as an intellectual property. Inventions अकेले नहीं, ऐसे नहीं कि scientific work और inventions होना चाहिए. Literary artistic work, if you are creative, if you have a particular creative skill, you are good in writing, you are good in music, you have some skills, dance, photography. So any such creative skills can also be called as a creation of human intellect, and it can be called as an intellectual property. So how it comes under intellectual property, I'll tell you. Or design, symbols, images used in the commerce. Simply एक example बोले तो property, I have this phone or I have this watch, I own this because I bought this. This is my property. I can call this as my property because I own this, कि ये मेरा है. But ये मेरा intellectual property नहीं है, right? This is not my intellectual property because I have not created this. Someone else created these creations. So this is someone else intellectual property. जो भी क्रिएटर है, so he has certain rights. That is अगर कुछ बना रहे हैं कि कुछ क्रिएटिव है, he should get some due credit, right? He should get some benefit out of that. So it's a kind of reward we give to the creations or for their work or skill. So it's a creation of human brain. It can be a musical work, it can be artistic work, it can be literary work, or it can be inventions. So these such creations can be called as intellectual property. By this, I think now you are able to distinguish कि सिंपली प्रॉपर्टी क्या होता है और इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी जो भी क्रिएशंस होता है उसके लिए इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स मिलता है. विल सी हाउ इट इज. This section जो intellectual property rights है that we are going to discuss is patents, designs, trademarks, geographical indications, and copyrights. I'm sure that most of you are very familiar with these terms because I heard that you have this in your curriculum. In academics, you are learning about your intellectual property rights. I'm very happy to hear that. So this will be like a just going through what you have learned. And for those who have not heard about these things, I'll let you know what are be protected under these heads. कि आप patents के बारे में भी सुना होगा. Designs word बहुत familiar है. Designs की registration भी होता है, उसके बारे में शायद जो beginners है कि उनको नहीं पता होगा. Trademarks it's very familiar. Maybe the word is new, or you're not able to correlate with the actual trademarks. So we'll see through examples. Geographical indications, intellectual property rights are for the things which are actually making something for a particular region. Copyrights will come. Copyrights, you must be aware of the term copyrights. So the first thing we are going to discuss, first intellectual property right we are going to discuss is patents. I'm telling you. So before going to the definition of patents, or before knowing what a patent could be, or patent लेने से आपको क्या मिलता है, patent के rights क्या होता है, उसके पहले कि I thought I'll go take you through some of the examples of patents. Can anyone tell me what is there in the picture? It's a patented invention. It's an invention. Inventor's name is also there in the picture. Can anyone unmute and tell me that what is this? Which invention is there in the slide? Students can unmute, right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, they can unmute themselves.
Yeah, that's okay. So this is an invention. You are familiar with this invention. It's an invention by Thomas Alva Edison. It's electric bulb or electrical. He had a patent for this
Students
invention.
have put it in the chat.
Okay.
And Sheikh Mohammed had put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's a bulb. Yes. So it's a bulb. Exactly, rightly said. So bulb by Thomas Alva Edison. So we from our primary schools we heard his name, like Edison invented the electric bulb. How he become an inventor? He become an inventor by filing a patent application for his invention. That is how the world knew that he has invented something. उनके invention है. He got a patent. He patented it in 1880. See, look at that. Back in 18, patented his invention. So he was aware of patenting at that time, and that is why he was called. He is called as an inventor. And this is an image from or drawing from his patent application. So I just kept it for your reference. The next next picture is again an invention that we learned in our school days. Uh, as a very familiar invention. So these are all the invention, or there some of the inventors that we are with. It is, yes, come on. So it is a speaking telephone. Telephone was invented by, maybe you are telling in within yourself. So speaking telephone, telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. So he also patented his invention in 1881. So this is the image. ये पेटेंट का ड्राइंग नहीं है, पेटेंट ड्राइंग इज समथिंग वेरी कंफ्यूजिंग, सो आई पुट द सिंप्लीफाइड इमेज हियर. सो फ्रॉम द स्पीकिंग टेलीफोन, स्पीकिंग था उसमें से फर्दर टेलीफोन, टेलीकम्युनिकेशन डिवाइसेस काफी सारे आए हैं. एंड नाउ लाइक टेलीफोन, टेलीफोन ही नहीं बोलता है कि उसको, लाइक वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस अवेलेबल इन आवर फोन. It is more than a telecommunication device. We can communicate. Of course, communication is much easier, and technology has improved, advanced. Every every time there was something new, or now also there is something new coming every day into the market or into the public, to make our days more comfortable or more ease with an advanced technology. So telecommunication devices may be wireless phone tak आ गए, then from wireless phones ki mobile phones आए, mobile phones to smartphones now. So now people, more than relationships, I think people get interact with their phone more. So this kind of innovations are coming to make our life better, or to make our life more easier. तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि ये स्पीकिंग टेलीफोन जो अलेक्जेंडर ग्राहम बेल ने इन्वेंट किए हैं, that is the first invention in this category. What do you think all these telecommunication devices are inventions, or you will consider only the first one as an invention? Is the first the invention Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone? So is he the only inventor in this category, or all these products or telecommunication devices which came uh, can be called as inventions? The answer is yes. You can call each of these devices an invention, because every time it comes with a particular technical solution, or it comes with a technical advancement. So सारे जो devices हैं कि ये सब invention है, और इसको जो भी बनाया, वो जो improved product बनाया है, जिसने भी बनाया है, कि they can be called as inventor. So patent applications are filed by inventors. So inventors come up with their invention, and patents are granted for inventions. So अगर आपको ऐसे लगता है कि patent inventions हमेशा scratch से होता है, no, it's not like that. Invention always arise from previous inventions. Previous inventions से further advancement or further technical development होता है. So all such product, ये इसमें every such product, smartphone में भी, like you can see a lot of products which comes with improved features every day. So these all product with improved feature can be called as an invention if it comes with a technical solution for a technical problem. So if it comes with a technical advancement, इसमें कुछ ऐसे further advanced feature है जो पहले नहीं था. So such all such product can be called as invention. So ये एक misconception होता है कि patent actually किस चीज को मिलता है, और इन्वेंटर वही होता है कि जो पहले इन्वेंट किए थे. It's not like that. Every such improved product can be called as an invention. So going back to again inventions, like some famous inventions I am telling. He's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, you are very familiar with the he's very famous for his dance steps. And this thing, this particular step, this particular pose is from it is very famous, and he can incline to around 40-45 degrees Celsius, sorry, 40-45 degrees, without bending his spine, right? So he can incline his body without bending his backbone. So this particular hook step is famous, and he could do this. He could do this because of his invention. He is also an invent he was also an inventor. He is an inventor of a particular invention, and the invention lies in his shoes. His shoes has a peculiarity. It is called anti-gravity illusion shoes, जो उसकी उन्होंने patent किए थे. He had a patent for that. mm, and this shoes helped him to incline his body. So this is called as an anti-gravity illusion shoes. He- These are all patented inventions or examples for patents. Smart devices, telecommunication devices, or smartphones, any such electronic devices with an improved feature can be called as an invention. As an एक electronic device हो, mechanical device हो, it is not like that. Every such product that we see in our daily life and that we use in our daily life, every such product with an advanced feature, अगर packaging device ही हो, packet, it is simply a packaging material. उसमें भी if you are adding certain technical features, like if I am adding certain features, like I don't have to look for spoons, I don't have to look for extra plates, I have this packet, I can put, I have different compartments to keep leak proof or gravy material inside. So these kind of technical features if gets added, and if it was not there before, then that amounts to an invention. This is an electric toothbrush. Very interesting it is. I feel that some parent or someone who actually knows that बच्चों को जो ब्रश कराना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, and they are like always hesitant, no, I'll not brush my teeth. So in this case, I think this is a very interesting invention. It has a upper jaw bristles and a lower jaw bristles in the same brush. You just have to put it inside the mouth and press the button, so it will clean your the whole teeth very fast. So this is invention. So it is like you are facing a technical problem and you are finding a technical solution. You're facing a problem and you are finding a technical solution for a particular problem, and if it has a technical advancement, ऐसे कोई product पहले market में नहीं था, उसमें एक technical advantage, then it can be called as an invention. Inventions ऐसे बहुत है. This bowl, even if it falls down also, it will not spill the food content in that. So these kind of innovative products comes to the market, and they all such improved product can be called as inventions. Smartwatches, smartphones, सब में काफी सारे inventions है. So this is the last one is a very simple invention, like the kid, वो छोटे बच्चे बहुत रोते हैं during taking bath. Most of the kids, like they don't want water in their face. So this is another interesting invention. So these kind of invention, maybe you are finding a solution for a problem and you come up with a product which solves a particular problem, and if it is not there before, so they can be called as inventions. Patents, coming to the definition of patents. So with this example, I got that you are clear that patents are granted for inventions. और inventions क्या क्या inventions होता है? Product or process. If you are making a new product, जैसे मैंने जितने सारे products के examples सीखे हैं, if you are making a new product, of course you can get a patent for that if it is technically advanced, if it has a technical, so if it is providing a technical solution for a particular problem. And process, ऐसा नहीं है कि प्रोडक्ट अलॉन इज पेटेंटेड और प्रोडक्ट को ही पेटेंट मिलता है, ऐसा नहीं है. सो प्रोसेस ऑफ मेकिंग समथिंग, कि यू हैव अ न्यू वे ऑफ मेकिंग अ पर्टिकुलर ड्रग, you have a way of making a particular product, a machine or an electronic device. You have an eco-friendly method of making something. You have an economical method, like आप जो raw materials use करते हैं वो काफी cheap है कि anyone can make that, or you can make something in a very short time. So if you have an improved process, आपका पास कोई भी chemical process भी हो सकता है कि like you are using reactants which are very cheap, it is eco-friendly, or it has a technical advancement. वो process use करने से yield आपका बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है. So such kind of processes भी हो सकता है. And frankly I'm telling you कि process की patent ज्यादा file होता है than products. So this is between you and me. But yes, products process दोनों patent होता है. Machines, apparatus, medicines, electronic devices. Compositions क्या होता है? Like cosmetics आता है, उसमें ingredients mix करते के एक particular formulation, और compositions बनाते हैं. So composition is like, it is like a mixture of ingredients. आप medicines भी वैसे बनता है कि by mixing two three ingredients or mixing ingredient stabilizers add करते हैं. So these kind of things makes composition. So such compositions are also patentable. Food items का भी patents होता है. मैंने भी काफी सारे फूड आइटम्स रिलेटेड पेटेंट एप्लीकेशंस देखे हैं. तो मार्केट में फूड आइटम्स, कमर्शियल आइटम्स जो आता है ना, इवन नेस्ले, कोका कोला, दीज कंपनीज फाइल अ लॉट ऑफ पेटेंट्स फॉर देयर फूड आइटम्स बिकॉज कमर्शियल स्केल में उनको जो भी प्रोडक्ट पोटेंशियल लगता है, लाइक food is a big market. Every human being require the food for their survival. So these kind of food items, if they come up with a new potential food items, so they file a patent application for that, and such food items are also patentable. So we have seen that ki what can be patented, what all things comes under the patent. कि product process दोनों patent हो सकता है. But patent होता क्या है? Patent मिलने से मुझे क्या मिलता है? Patent का rights जो होता है, लीगल राइट्स होता है. आपको पता है कि आपके पास राइट है कि आप उसके ऑनर रहेंगे. तो पेटेंट के राइट्स के बारे में बात करेंगे. पेटेंट राइट्स जो है कि थोड़ा एक्सक्लूसिव राइट है, थोड़ा नेगेटिव राइट है. एक्सक्लूसिव इन द सेंस you can exclude others. You can exclude means you can stop. For what? Why or you would stop someone? You can exclude someone, you can stop someone to make, sell or commercialize or using your invention. आपका एक इन्वेंशन, आपने एक इन्वेंशन बनाया है, आप you filed a patent application for that and you got a patent for that. So now you can be called as a patentee. Government पेटेंट दिया है कि गवर्नमेंट सर्च किया है कि आप पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन फाइल किया, उसमें आप टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर दिए थे. Using that, government searched for that, and after the prosecution we found that yes, your invention is good. Yes, it fulfills the criteria of all the patentability criteria. Yes, yo आपको पेटेंट मिल गया. तो आपको क्या है कि आप कमर्शियलाइज करना चाहोगे तो it's okay. If you don't want to commercialize also, that's okay. Some people don't commercialize, it's just a matter of pride for them, that's fine. But mostly patent find its application in a commercial scale. स्केल में क्या है कि आप कमर्शियलाइज करेंगे, देन अगर आपने इमेजिन आप एक पोटेंशियल प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में लॉन्च किए हैं, हाँ, और काफी सक्सेसफुल प्रोडक्ट है, इट पीपल आर फाइंडिंग इट वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, इट इज यूजफुल, आप जो सोचे थे उससे ज्यादा उसकी कमर्शियल रीच है, तो ऑफ कोर्स आपके प्रोडक्ट कमर्शियली इतना सक्सेसफुल हो गए तो कॉम्पिटिटर्स तो आएंगे कि काफी सारे लोग उसको कॉपी करके उसको भी कमर्शियलाइज करने लगेंगे, बिकॉज पीपल लॉट ऑफ थिंग इज देयर इन द कमर्शियल फील्ड, सो पीपल देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटर्स देयर. अगर आपके पास पेटेंट है, you can tell them, you can stop others. अगर आपके पास पेटेंट है तो it give an impression to others, no, I cannot simply copy his invention or I cannot commercialize his invention without his permission. So people have to get your consent to commercialize. Of course, अगर product में potential है तो people will come for your consent and you can give license. So this is an exclusive right to exclude others. You can stop others from making, selling your invention. And also what right you have is you can sell your invention. अगर आपको commercialize करने का potential नहीं है तो आप you can sell it to some other company or some other person who's ready to commercialize your invention. And the best part is you can give license. Imagine I have a patented invention. I am in Mumbai and I'm not good in commercialization, and I want to commercialize pan India, and I want to commercialize globally. I can give license if I feel and there is potential in my patented invention. Of course, I can give license to different company in many companies in India also, or I can give license. Imagine 100 countries में मैंने license दे दिया तो I can earn only through license also कि my earning I'll get a royalty in return upon giving license. So if these are exclusive right, imagine these are please keep in mind that these are exclusive right, negative rights है that you can stop others. So without your consent, a third party cannot make or use or commercialize your invention. आपको right मिलता है for in this like you can make, sell and give license. So, but what is the public getting in return? Alexander Graham Bell की इन्वेंशन भी मैंने दिखाया है कि सो व्हाट इज द मेन क्राइटेरिया फॉर अ पेटेंट, और पेटेंट ग्रांट होने की वन ऑफ द मेन क्राइटेरियाज, देयर आर मेनी क्राइटेरिया, वन ऑफ द मेन क्राइटेरियाज इज यू शुड इंक्लूड डिस्क्लोज द इन्वेंशन फुल्ली टू द पब्लिक. कैसे डिस्क्लोज करेंगे कि मेरे इन्वेंशन कैसे डिस्क्लोज करना है? सो कि आपको पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन के साथ क्या देना है. तो आप पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन फाइल करेंगे, यू हैव टू गिव अ टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर. दिस आर टेक्नो लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट बोलते हैं पेटेंट को. तो आपको एक टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर देना है. उसमें आपको ये मेंशन करना है कि आप अपने इन्वेंशन तक कैसे पहुंचे, लाइक व्हाट इज द लिटरेचर दैट leads to your invention, or how did you reach your invention, what was the problem in the like problem you were facing and you found a solution, what was the drawback before, पहले जो डिस्क्लोजर्स था उसमें ड्रॉबैक क्या था और आप क्या सोल्यूशन दे रहे हैं. सो यू विल गिव अ ब्रीफ ऑफ दीज थिंग्स एंड यू विल शो हाउ योर इन्वेंशन वर्क. आपने आपके प्रोडक्ट कैसे बनाया और आपके प्रोसेस yield ज़्यादा दे रहा है, और how it is economical, how it is more eco-friendly. So these things you will disclose all the minute features in details, so that any person who's reading your technical disclosure will be able to make your invention without further experiments. So वो बहुत important है कि ये क्यों, why I should disclose my invention to the public. मैंने इतना मेहनत किया है कि मेरा इन्वेंशन बनाया है कि और मुझे पेटेंट मिलना चाहिए. So क्या है ना, मैंने पहले ही बोला है कि इन्वेंशंस ऑलवेज अराइज फ्रॉम अ प्रीवियस इन्वेंशन, कि पहले ही जो इन्वेंशंस होता है उसमें से फर्दर इन्वेंशंस बनता है. अगर अलेक्जेंडर ग्राहम बेल ने उनके इन्वेंशन डिस्क्लोज नहीं किए थे तो उसमें फर्दर इन्वेंशंस बनना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता. यस ऑफ कोर्स कि कोई और बना लेते, बट उसमें काफी सारे उनके टाइम एफर्ट, जितना जो उन्होंने टाइम अलेक्जेंडर ग्राहम बेल ने टाइम लिए थे उतना टाइम someone else also has to put to bring to that invention. So in order to avoid that, so that is how the technology grows, that is how technology get further advanced. So you have to disclose your fully to the public, and that is one of the main criteria for a patent. पेटेंट की जो मोनोपोली है, आपको पेटेंट मिल गया, पेटेंट मोनोपोली इज फॉर 20 ईयर्स. 20 ईयर्स तक आपके पास राइट्स रहेंगे, जो भी राइट्स है कि आप एक्सक्लूड कर सकते हैं फ्रॉम अदर पार्टी, थर्ड पार्टी को आप एक्सक्लूड कर सकते हैं. एंड इफ द थर्ड पार्टी वांट टू कमर्शियलाइज योर इन्वेंशन, वांट टू मेक योर इन्वेंशन, वांट टू यूज योर इन्वेंशन, देन ही हैज टू गेट द राइट फ्रॉम यू. सो अगर राइट्स मिलता है तो you'll get royalty in return. So these kind of things, these monopoly, these rights is for 20 years. 20 years तक आपको राइट मिलेगा. आफ्टर से पब्लिक डोमेन में है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पैरासिटामोल की जो इन्वेंशन है, now it is in public domain. It's like the inventor has that patent rights is not with the inventor. So any pharmaceutical company who wishes to make or commercialize can do that. So this is about patents. Why I should patent my invention, हम लोग पहले ही बोला कि we can get protection for that, we can exclude others, and we can utilize, commercialize and earn from our patented invention. जैसे devices की मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिए थे, लाइक इन्वेंशन ऑलवेज अराइज फ्रॉम प्रीवियस इन्वेंशंस. यहाँ एक और एग्जाम्पल मैंने रखा है टू मेक यू more clear that inventions always arise from previous inventions, and जो भी technically advanced और जो भी advanced products जो आता है, they all amounts for inventions. And this is a simple pencil which is there in A. Picture B is a pencil with a grip. Picture C, pencil with a eraser. And again a further interesting pencil है कि D में, color pencils है E में. Basically सब pencil है, but differ from each other, right? There are certain features which makes each of the pencil different from the other, and that is what how inventions also differs. Like any such advancement, any such small maybe it is small advancement, like paper clip का भी आप देखेंगे ना, इतने सारे patents है कि if you check a symbol for paper clip patents, there are many patents. It is like a simple invention, but it is like a product maybe look very simple, but it's a big invention. So these kind of inventions, maybe it is like a kind of jugaad also. It also invention arises, but these all amounts to inventions when it comes with a technical advancement, and it is new. So these are the two new and technical advancement is the two main criteria for patentability. For a common man, like students आता है, scientists आता है, I have seen that patent applications people file like common, for common man it's a matter of pride, and academics के लिए उनको it helps, like paper publication academics में जितना useful है उससे वैसे और उससे ज़्यादा sometimes it is more good that if you have filed a patent application or if you have a patent on it, so it helps in academics. uh, and but for businessman, if in business commercial field में patents का और भी importance है, like it helps to keep patents नहीं पूरे IPRs के लिए ये slide applicable hai. It helps in commercialization, it gives a brand value, it helps to earn and invest. For a person who's there in the commercialized to sustain in a commercial field na, patents helps a lot. So people who are actually aware of patent and its importance, IP rights के बारे में जो भी aware है ना, they file like for every small modification. You also feel very surprised कि ये बहुत छोटे modification है, but they that yes, it has a technical advancement, and if they can prove that, they get a patent. And स्मार्टफोन्स वगैरह आप देख रहे हैं कि ऐसा नहीं है कि इसका एक ही पेटेंट होगा, एक एक फोन का ही काफी सारे पेटेंट्स होंगे कि अलग अलग फीचर्स के अलग अलग पेटेंट्स होंगे with the honor. So if you want to look for patents, patent कहाँ सर्च कर सकता है कि if you want to search or you want to see how a patent application look like, उसकी technical disclosure कैसा होता है, अगर आप patent file कर रहे हो तो I'll certainly recommend that you should go through the website to see how patent application looks like, how people draft for patent applications, and these things is very important. गूगल पेटेंट्स में काफ़ी सारे फिल्टर्स है. यू कैन फिल्टर विद द एप्लीकेंट नेम, यू कैन फिल्टर विद द इन्वेंटर्स नेम, यू कैन फिल्टर विद द कीवर्ड्स. किसी कंपनी के पेटेंट्स के बारे में आप सर्च करना चाहोगे, यू कैन जस्ट पुट एंड सर्च फॉर दैट. And InPass is a patent database by IP India. IP India is Intellectual Property India अपने ऑफिस का वेबसाइट है InPass. उसमें इंडियन पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन से रिलेटेड काफ़ी ट्रांसपेरेंट है. ऑफिस उसमें जितना भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स फाइल हुआ है, क्या प्रोसीजर हुआ है, यू विल गेट ऑल द डिटेल्स अबाउट दीज थिंग्स. एवरीथिंग इज ट्रांसपेरेंट, इज अवेलेबल टू पब्लिक. ओनली थिंग इज द पब्लिक इज नॉट अवेयर दैट हाउ to know about the patent application. So InPass is a patent search database, or you can simply go through IP India website where you can search for patents. वर्ल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, WIPO, वाइपो बोलते हैं. सो वर्ल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज एन इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन which provide they actually encourage innovations. They provide awareness about innovations in IPRs के बारे में बहुत सारे काफ़ी सारे initiatives, बहुत सारे initiatives लेते हैं वाइपो. So if are interested in learning about intellectual property rights, you can go to WIPO's website. Patent Scope is there, patent search database. SPASNet, every patent office has their own patent search database. SPASNet is a very good search database by European Patent Office. अगर आप इंडिया में पेटेंट फाइलिंग करना चाहते हैं, सो यू हैव टू फाइल अ सर्टेन फॉर्म्स. मैंने बोला कि एक टेक्नो लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट होता है, तो उसमें टेक्निकल डिटेल्स भी आपको देना है, टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर भी देना है. वो टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर आपको दिखेगा, फॉर्म 2 लिखा है मैंने. फॉर्म 2 में आपको टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर देना है. फॉर्म 2 के पेजेस 30 पेजेस तक आपको फ्री है. अगर आपकी टेक्निकल डिस्क्लोजर, क्योंकि उसको ना you have to include all the information, you have to include your experimental data. आपके drawings आपको submit करना है, अलग अलग dimensions के drawing, electronic devices, mechanical devices है तो अलग अलग dimensions to prove the efficiency. So 30 pages तक आपको free है, उसके ऊपर आपको fees लगेंगे. Claims होता है, claims is what we search for. Claims like 1, 2, 3 you can mention, and you can claim that mine is an electronic device with these features. तो आप पेटेंट स्पेसिफिकेशंस देखेंगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि क्लेम्स बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो डू चेक फॉर द क्लेम्स इफ यू सी अ पेटेंट स्पेसिफिकेशन. क्लेम्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अप टू 10 claims it is free. If you have more than 10 claims you have to file fees. But इसी ये पेज मैंने इसलिए रखा है कि mostly in worldwide if you talk about patents, mostly people talk is that patent procedure जो है ना costly होता है. Cost you should calculate. आपको अपना पैसा के flow calculate करना है कि before filing a patent application. So government realized this, and government found that कि इंडिया में educational institutes और natural person like direct individual wise filing, startups की filing कम है comparatively. जो फॉरेन कंपनीज है जिनको पेटेंट के बारे में ज्यादा जानकारी की वो लोग ज्यादा फाइल करते थे कि यहाँ भी पेटेंट एप्लीकेशंस, आई थिंक दिस ईयर द पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन फ्रॉम इंडियन एप्लीकेंट्स it's going up, but पहले ऐसा था कि around 60% applications foreign entities के होते थे. So this we have analyzed, and government came with a solution, and they have reduced the fees considerably for the educational institutions, startups and small entities. So natural person के लिए पहले फीस ऐसे ही था, but so they have included more people, more category of applicant in that category, so the fees got reduced. अभी आपके पास if you look into this fee schedule and whole procedure के लिए official fee अगर देखेंगे तो it will be like within 10,000 rupees में आपकी पेटेंट की whole procedure हो जाएगा. अगर आपके पास वो फाइलिंग के लिए भी फीस की प्रॉब्लम है तो there are institutions, organizations which provide financial aid for filing patent applications. So for a natural person means individual can be like ऐसा नहीं कि मैं अकेले कि I along with my friend we did research and we came with a invention and we want to file a patent application, we both can file together. So two individuals together can also be natural person, or 3 or 4 individuals together can be called as natural person. फिर startups आपको पता है small entities होता है और educational institution है, तो then you have a separate fee schedule. And if it is an MNC or other companies other than natural person, it is there is a separate fee for that. एक और चीज मैं बोलना चाहूंगी इधर कि फॉर्म्स होता है पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म 1 जो है वो फॉर्मल रिक्वायरमेंट्स, उसमें आपको यू हैव टू प्रोवाइड ऑल द फॉर्मल डिटेल्स लाइक आपके नाम क्या है, हु इज द एप्लीकेंट इन्वेंडर. ये दो टर्म आई थिंक आई मेंशन्ड इट बिफोर, यू आर लिटिल कंफ्यूज कि एप्लीकेंट और इन्वेंटर में क्या डिफरेंसेस है. मैं बता दूंगी. इन्वेंटर है बेसिकली इन्वेंटर जो भी क्रिएशन इन्वेंशन बनाया है कि he is having the right to file for a patent application. इन्वेंटर की क्रिएशन को बेनिफिट मिलना चाहिए, that is the aim. So he can file for a patent application for a but the inventor is not able to commercialize, or he is not filing for a patent application. So inventor can give rights to someone. For example, you are a student, you are doing research in a particular organization. Maybe before research, you and your organization will be having a some agreement that आपके रिसर्च में, क्योंकि आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के रिसोर्सेस यूज करके आपके रिसर्च हो रहा है, सो आपके रिसर्च में जो भी इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी होंगे अराइज होंगे, सो द इंस्टीट्यूशन विल बी द ओनर ऑफ दैट इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी. So in that case you can assign the rights. आप इन्वेंटर है, आप आपके rights institutions को दे सकते हैं to file for patent application. So institutions के पास right रहेंगे. So inventor will be the inventor and applicant अलग हो गए. There are cases where inventor and the applicant both are same, but there are cases like I have told you, like institutions or inventor और स्टूडेंट्स और इंस्टीट्यूशंस के बीच में आईपीस होता है, तो मे बी इंस्टीट्यूशन विल बी द एप्लीकेंट एंड इन्वेंटर्स विल बी द स्टूडेंट्स. एंड अगेन एक और एग्जांपल ऐसे बोलेंगे तो एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉयज. सो कंपनीज जो होता है कि उनके भी इनोवेशंस काफी होता है कि इनोवेशंस सारे फील्ड में होता रहता है. सो देर आर लाइक एम्प्लॉय और एम्प्लॉयर के बीच में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, जो भी आईपी राइट्स होता है कि एम्प्लॉयर के नाम पे हो गए. सो ही हैज द राइट टू असाइन, ही कैन असाइन हिज राइट्स टू द एप्लीकेंट. सो इन दैट केसेस एप्लीकेंट इन्वेंटर अलग होंगे. काफी बोरिंग हो रहा है क्या? बट दिस इज द बेसिक अबाउट specific technical or legal features about filing of a patent application, or what all things are there in the patent application. So the sign of inventor is very important. That is what I tried to convey. Inventor's signature or assignation of right. Assignment is very important for a patent and then you can file your patent application online. You can file your patent application, अगर आप directly आके file कर रहा है कि you are very close to our patent office, so you can file your hard copy also in the patent office directly. But this hard copy filing की जो provision है वो those who file directly only get this provision. If you are filing through a patent agent कौन होता है मैं बता दूंगी. Drafting में difficulty है कि you don't know how to draft a patent application. You feel that you need, because drafting a patent application is very important. It's not very difficult, I'm telling. If you go through patent specification, you will get to know how a patent application look like. But if you feel that you are not able to file or you need help, then you can approach patent agents. They'll charge you for their work and they will file your documents in patent office on behalf of you. Then for them, the only online filing is only available. For online filing, you need digital signature. That patents के बारे में है कि patents are granted for inventions, and inventions always arise from previous invention. Any invention which is new and has a technical advancement can be called as, you can file a patent application for that and you can get a patent for that if you fulfill all the criteria. And the most important feature is you have to disclose your invention fully to the public. Patent 20 years की monopoly होता है. One more thing, patent rights, territorial rights hota hai. Like I'm telling you, there is nothing called international patents. If you want to commercialize it globally, in any country, if you want to commercialize your patented invention, you have to file patent application in different countries. You have to get patent in different countries, क्योंकि rights जो है, legal rights, इंडिया में patent मिल गया तो वो rights इंडिया में ही आपको मिलेगा. If you want to get a patent in US, EP, such other countries, then you have to file a patent application and get rights in the respective jurisdiction. So that's all about patents. Moving to the next session, I just want to know what comes to your mind when you see this images. So can anyone tell me what is there in the picture? If you can unmute and talk, it's appreciated. It's a logo, Microsoft. Right? Yeah, logo. Microsoft. Very good. Thank you. The next. Puma. There is a tagline. Just do it. Google mat karna. Nike. So again, Nike has a also. Next. Apple. McDonald's. Starbucks. I'm loving it. Tagline. McDonald's, McD. So it's their tagline. Pepsi. The next. Reebok.
Domino's.
Yes. Domino's.
Adidas.
A small one on the side.
Renault.
अरे सब आता है आप लोगों को. So this is only SBI is the last one. I think patents के बारे में technical और writings देख के आप लोग बोर हो गए होंगे. Anyways, we are back. So this is what trademarks is simply. यही है trademarks. Trademarks in common man's in common language we call it as a logo, but in a legal word or legal term to say, we call it trademarks. Trademarks वही है कि it is a name, symbol, logo. It can be slogan, it can be letter, it can be words, numerals, sound भी होता है, right? Sound के examples अगर you are very familiar with the ringtone of Nokia, right? Nokia का ringtone आप पहचानते हैं. ऐसे काफी सारे phone कंपनीज जो होता है कि उनके स्पेसिफिक रिंगटोन्स होता है कि वो उनकी आइडेंटिफिकेशन मार्क है, एंड दे रजिस्टर दीज साउंड्स एज देयर ट्रेडमार्क. सो साउंड मार्क्स होता है. ब्रिटानिया के एड में जो साउंड एड्स आजकल देखते नहीं होंगे। ब्रिटानिया के ऐड जो पहले टीवी में काफी डिपेंडेंट थे, और स्मार्ट टीवी नहीं थे जैसे ब्रॉडकास्टिंग टीवी में, तो उसमें एड्स आते थे। उसमें ब्रिटानिया के एड में टिंग 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 करके साउंड आता था। सो दैट इज आल्सो देयर। अगेन इंडेल के ऐड में देखोगे कि इंडेल के ऐड में जो इंडेल साइन आता है, तो देयर इज अ साउंड एसोसिएटेड विद दैट, इट इज आल्सो a registered sound mark. So these kind of name or a symbol, or these unique features, uh, that you are very smart, you were able to identify each of that products or each of those services by just seeing that pictures. And so that is what trademarks is. Trademarks helps to identify, it gives a unique identity for a particular product or a service. Product service दोनों के लिए trademark register कर सकते हैं। service बोलेंगे तो क्या है, like Amazon एक service provider है, that they deliver the parcels, so they courier service kind of. So Amazon is a service provider, e-commerce service. So again hospitals के भी logos होता है, आपकी institutions के logo होता है. So these kind of service, even in McDonald's you get service also, product also, right? Because there is a counter where you get a service, like you pay and you get food from there. So these kind of things, so you can get trademark register for the service and product. So these things, again trademarks की जो rights है, territorial rights है, it actually helps to distinguish product, distinguish करने में it helps. These logos or these pictures helps to distinguish the products, and it is very important. Most we'll see the examples, so we'll get to know how important is a trademark in commercial scale. So these are territorial rights. जैसे patents के बारे में मैंने बोला था कि एक particular territory में, because a legal right होता है ना कि उस country के law and order के हिसाब से, so it, because there is a specific act for that in India, and in different countries, so they have their law and order, and these rights are territorial rights. But patent के rights जो मैंने बोला कि उनके term 20 years तक की monopoly है, but if you register for a trademark registration आपको infinite time के लिए मिलेगा. Every 10 year you have to renew that. Once you have registered your trademark, you will get the protection for next 10 years. Trademark Act होता है. गूगल का ट्रेडमार्क है, अमूल सर्टिफिकेशन मार्क्स होता है, बिस ISI, इनके मार्क्स को सर्टिफिकेशन मार्क्स बोलता है. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ, इट कैन बी लाइक अ वर्ड, इट कैन बी लाइक अ पिक्चर, इट कैन बी लाइक अ कॉम्बिनेशन. नाइकी का भी जस्ट डू इट एंड दैट टिक मार्क कैन कम इन combination, it can come separate also. So these kind of things can come together also, can be separate also. So this trademark, we see hundreds, more than hundreds of trademark in a day. Maybe we are familiar with these two signs to designate this as a trademark. Trademark का registration mandatory नहीं है, so you can just put it like TM, because इसके examples अगर बोलेंगे ना, तो well known trademarks, it is not mandatory to register. Like I showed you some of the trademark in my first slide. There you were able to identify the products, you were able to identify the trademarks, so they are well known. People actually know that this particular image, or if a product comes with that particular image, that is a trademark, or that is a product of a particular company, that they know that. So it is not necessary to register a trademark, but it is always recommended. If it is a registered trademark, it comes under R inside a circle. So but it is always recommended to register it as a trade cost. आगे जाके, क्योंकि एनफोर्समेंट ऑफ IPRs मोस्टली कोर्ट में होता है, आगे जाके आपको ऐसा लगता है कि someone else is using my trademark to commercialize their product, simply duplicate बोलते हैं, to commercialize their product, then I can stop them from doing so if I am having a trademark registered. ये भी exclusive right है. I can stop others from using my trademark for their commercial benefits. इसका एक एग्जाम्पल है कि पाली के रजिस्टर्ड ट्रेडमार्क है मोनाको हाइड एक्सिक एंड क्रैक जैक, and packaging, that is their registered trademark. And when the commercialize their product in a deceptively similar, इसको ये deceptively मतलब somewhat similar packaging में वैसे ही product बेचने लगे, then Parley could stop the competitor from doing so. Parley could stop because Parley के पास वो trademark registered थे. So this is the importance of trademark. For example, if we see कुछ products like food में ही देखेंगे, street food में people are less aware about registering trademark, और sweets में अगर sweets करके है कि if he was not aware of registering it as a trademark, उनके sweets original होता है, and maybe because of that it become very famous because of their quality. So काफी famous हो जाता है ना, competitors आ जाता है, similar name से काफी सारे दुकान ऐसे खुल जाएंगे nearby. So consumer will be having a doubt इसमें कि original कौन सा है. अग्रवाल सन्स, अग्रवाल्स ऐसे करके काफी सारे दुकान खुलेंगे. इफ यू हैव अ रजिस्टर्ड ट्रेडमार्क, अग्रवाल नाम मैंने स्वीट्स के लिए रजिस्टर कर दिया ट्रेडमार्क में, देन आई कैन स्टॉप अदर्स फ्रॉम डूइंग दिस, कि मेरा नाम आप यूज करके आपका कमर्शियलाइज मत कीजिए. सो दिस इज हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट अ ट्रेडमार्क इज फॉर अ पोटेंशियल कमर्शियल फील्ड. सो एग्जाम्पल्स अगर बोलेंगे तो there are many, like interesting examples for trademark. If you see celebrities उनके trade names रजिस्टर करते हैं, लाइक ट्रेडमार्क. फॉर एग्जांपल शाहरुख खान उनके नाम ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्टर किए है कि बिकॉज देयर उनकी कमर्शियलाइजेशन की एस्पेक्ट नहीं था कि ही वांटेड टू स्टॉप यूजिंग हिज नेम for commercialization of someone's product. So for that he registered his name as a trademark. Some like Usain Bolt उनके उनकी जो पोस्ट है आफ्टर after winning the race, so he has that celebrating pose, right? So he has registered it as a trademark. Or what he it is used in commerce, like for sports shoes and sports articles की commercialization में it is used. अगेन कार्टून एनिमेशंस की प्रोटेक्शन कॉपीराइट में होता है. एनिमेशन वर्क, शॉर्ट फिल्म्स, ये सब की प्रोटेक्शन कॉपीराइट में होता है. बट जो कैरेक्टर्स कमर्शियली जब पोटेंशियल हो जाता है, लाइक कार्टून कैरेक्टर्स कमर्शियली बहुत ज्यादा यूज करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल मिकी, मिनी, फ्रोजन के जो कैरेक्टर्स है, हल्क, स्पाइडरमैन. सो दीज कैरेक्टर्स आर यूज्ड इन कमर्शियल स्केल अ लॉट for the commercialization of products, bags के, water bottles के, shoes के, t-shirts, clothes आता है. So these kind of commercial scale में ज्यादा important है. So Walt Disney जो उनके मिकी and Disney characters की commercial in 1928 में it was registered by Walt Disney. They have registered their trademark. Disney के characters trademark register commercially earned a lot of money through the registration of the character. So these kind of registration happens in, so जो भी images है commercial scale में use होता है and it has a commercial potential, so that can be registered as a trademark. So that is the about trademarks. And going to copyrights, I have a small story. It is an interesting story about this monkey selfie. So this monkey selfie become a viral photograph in India. Behind this related to the copyright issues. This is a photograph uploaded by a wildlife photographer called David Slater, and he is a wildlife photographer. कि इंडोनेशिया गए थे, इंडोनेशिया में उन्होंने काफी सारे photographies लिए, and he went to a particular wildlife community where you could find this apes. So ये जो monkeys है, he tried to take a lot of pictures of this animals, and they were very naughty, and he spent a lot of time with this community. And after some time, like they become friendly also in some time. So it like a remote with the monkey's hand, and the monkey just had to click the button in the remote, and the photograph got clicked. It clicked many times, and it was maybe by amusement, it was looking into the screen or something. It was smiling also. So this photograph he uploaded as a monkey selfie in his page. After that, Wikimedia Commons is like Wikipedia, they publish in freely available articles. So they have taken this photo from David's latest platform, and they have published it in their platform. TechDirt, a blogger, also published it in his platform. So David Slater came with an objection that you cannot publish this photograph in your platform without my permission, because this is my copyright. They refuse that you cannot call it as your copyright because you have uploaded it as a monkey selfie. It is a selfie. This issue the court, again, people for the ethical treatment of animals PETA came with an argument that since it is a monkey selfie, the copyright owner should be the animal, and what all the finance or money arise from from this photograph should be uh, with for the beneficial of that community. So these kind of arguments came, and it came to the court, and in the court it final decision came with it like it is a monkey selfie, and monkey is a owner, can be considered as a owner, but monkey cannot be a copyright owner because copyrights are legal rights. So this is photo is considered as a freely available photo on internet, but this is a very interesting copyright related issue. By this I'll show you what a copyright, or how you can get a copyright protection for what all things are protected under copyrights. Copyrights be exclusive, right? Sorry, rights exclusive, right? That you can stop others from reproducing a original work which is in a tangible medium of expression. That is tangible medium of if it is expressed in a particular medium, if it is in a hard copy or a soft copy format, you can get protection for that. So copyright protection जो होता है creative works को होता है, like literary works, musical works, dramatic works जो होता है, choreography, dance performances, pictorial photographies, sculpture, building plans, short films, movies, videos, recordings, architectural works. These kind of works are protected by copyright. You should know who's so this is there to protect the creation. So the creator को भी कुछ incentive मिलना चाहिए. With that purpose, copyright is there. Simple example बोलेंगे like music. Music का copyrights mostly you should know that who is the actual owner of the copyright. Music composers होता है, music directors होता है, music का producer होता है, music में singers होता है. So there are like so many people involved in a music creation, but copyright के owner, it depends on the agreement between these people who is the actual owner of the copyright. Example बोलेंगे, if I am I'm not so good in music, but again I'm giving an example. Like मैं एक struggler हूँ, I want opportunity. So I got an opportunity from a music company to sing for a film or for their work. So like before the work only they have clearly mentioned that आपको opportunity मिल जाएगा, you will sing for this, you will sing this song, and आपको आपका remuneration मिल जाएगा. So there will be like an agreement. The copyright will be like with us. The owner is telling, the company is telling, the copyright will be with us. You will get the remuneration for that. Of course, the mostly struggler hai to they'll agree, right? They'll get the remuneration because opportunities milna बहुत important होता है कि mostly maybe the view can be different. So in that case, there will be an agreement between the musician, the person who sings that song, and the company, that the copyright owner will be the company or you or the composer or whomsoever gets the right to जब तक ये म्यूजिक चलेगा, whether it is in FM or TV or in any broadcasting platform or in a social media, जब तक ये music, whenever it is broadcasted, whenever it is presented, so a particular percentage of royalty will goes to the copyright owner. So if the singer is a well-known singer, well-known, very famous singer, then probably the singer will tell, no, I'll share the copyright rights. Instead of taking the remuneration, I'll share the copyright rights. So this in that case, there can be like 2-3 owners for this copyright. So it all depends on the agreement between the creators, that who is the actual owner of the copyright. So there, yeah, as long as the music been played, all the copyright owners will get a particular % of royalty for their creation. So this is how the copyright is. And you can exclude others. If someone is trying to reproduce this work without your permission, you can stop them legally. So for example, J.K. Rowling familiar, right? She is the writer of Harry Potter. Harry Potter is very famous. हैरी पॉटर की कॉपीराइट्स उनके पास है. सो उसकी जो भी क्रिएशंस होंगे, इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ मूवी आउट ऑफ दैट, are making extracting a particular part of that story and making a short film out of that, or if you are translating that work to a regional language or something, you have to get the permission from the original creator before any such reproducing work. So these things, this reproduction requires a permission, and परमिशन के साथ तो रॉयल्टी पैसा के भी एग्रीमेंट होगा. सो दैट इज व्हाट हाउ द क्रिएटर गेट बेनिफिटेड. दैट इज व्हाट कॉपीराइट्स इज अबाउट. सो फोटोग्राफ्स का भी लाइक आजकल तो सोशल मीडिया में वीडियोस होता है कि बिकॉज कमर्शियली पीपल आर making those videos, right? So this, if you are reproducing someone's creation, do take the permission, and there will be an agreement, copyright agreement. Otherwise it will be considered as a copyright infringement. आपके against legal issues हो सकता है. So in order to avoid that, make sure that you are not taking someone else creative work. Give due credit to the creations whenever you are using someone's work in any of the platform. Because वो पिक्चर भी मैंने इंटरनेट से लिया था. सो आई पुट द आई हैव मेंशन द क्रिएटर्स name over there. Since it is an awareness program for educational purpose, it is okay to take freely available or photographs and images for awareness or educational purpose. Otherwise, for commercial scale, it is not recommended. It is illegal considered. So acquisition of copyright is automatic. There is no mandatory provision to register copyright. So copyright आपका creation है, you have made something, you have made a video, and you can put your copyright symbol in that. You have put a signature that it is my copyright. So अगर ऐसा copyright image or copyright symbol आप देखा है, तो it gives implicitly, it gives you a warning that it is someone else copyrighted work, और आपको उनके permission के बिना you cannot reproduce it. This is this, you know, right? Copyright, see inside a circle, and with the year of publication, with the name of the publisher, and they'll write all rights reserved. So these are kind of copyright notice people put to show that it is my copyright. आइडिया होना जरूरी नहीं है. आइडिया इज not sufficient. ये जरूरी नहीं है. Sufficient, not sufficient. You have to express it. Like आपके मन में स्टोरी होने से नहीं होगा. You have to express it in a book, or you have to express it in any tangible medium, and it should be original. That is the criteria for copyright registration. You can use this symbol for copyright. Copyrights की terms जो होता है ना, it is a little longer. Lifetime of the author plus 60 years from the death of the author. For example, म्यूजिक क्रिएशंस होता है, वो कॉपीराइट ऑनर के लाइफ टाइम रहेंगे. और लिटरेरी आर्टिस्टिक वर्क, बुक्स पब्लिश करते हैं, कॉपीराइट ऑनर के लाइफ टाइम वो राइट फॉर रिप्रोड्यूसिंग, you are stopped from reproducing that article, that right is with the author for the lifetime, and then after his death 60 years उनकी family और legal heirs को वो rights रहे. So there are certain work, it has a different term. 60 years from the date of publication, like cinematographic work हो गया, sound recordings, photographs, posthumous publication, like if it is published after the death of the author. So these kind of work has a 60 years of lifetime. That's about copyrights. I think this is a brief knowledge about all these intellectual property rights. If you go and talk really about these things, there are a lot of things that you can you get information about. So this is an overview session. In intellectual property rights, can anyone tell me what is this? Quick.
It's a Warli painting.
Yes, it's a Wali painting. Yes. Thank you for your response. And next.
Banarsi saree or Paithani.
Paithani silks. Yeah, I kept geographical indications from Maharashtra mostly, so that you can correlate. So Darjeeling tea, these are all geographical indications. Geographical indication होता क्या है? Darjeeling tea is the first registered geographical indication in India. दार्जिलिंग में ही बनता है कि एंड वो जो टी का जो प्रॉपर्टीज है, जो क्वालिटीज है, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर जियोग्राफिकल ओरिजिन. सो यू कैन रजिस्टर इफ यू फील दैट इन योर सोसाइटी और इन योर सराउंडिंग्स, इफ यू फील दैट देयर इज समथिंग यूनिक प्रोडक्ट, और वो वैसे प्रोडक्ट्स और विद दोज क्वालिटीज आर मेड ओनली इन those areas, then you can certainly register for their geographical indication registration. Kolhapuri chappal as a geographical indication, Mahabaleshwar ka strawberry, Nagpur orange, Puchampalli ikat, रसगुल्ला रजिस्टर अभी रसगुल्ला रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है. वेस्ट बंगाल का भी ओडिशा, वेस्ट बंगाल का भी रसगुल्ला रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है. सो यू कैन रजिस्टर. So these are separate registered GIs. Rasgulla from West Bengal and Orissa, they have different properties. Solapuri Chadar, Mysore sandalwood oil, Nashik Valley wine, Nashik grapes, and this Puneri Pagdi. So Puneri Pagdi, Mahabaleshwar strawberry, so Chappal, Nagpur orange, these are all registered GIs from Maharashtra only. So, these products have a unique property because of that particular geographical origin. And geographical indications register होता है in the 4 different categories: agricultural, manufactured, handicrafts and foodstuffs. Example like Malabar pepper is an agricultural product, Mysore agarpati is a manufactured product, Aranmula Kannadi from Kerala is a handicraft. Foodstuffs, Bikaneri bhujia, I kept it example, foodstuff. So these are all like they have a different definite origin, and it is considered as pride of that region, and they have that commercial significance. They get that commercial significance. That is why registration of geographical indication is important, that it gives GI tag मिलने के बाद वो market में value उसकी change हो जाता है, कि value increase हो जाता है. Like it helps in export. Such product is actually considered to be having a superior quality product. So it boosts export, it increases the market value, it encourages rural development. इसकी एक difference बोलेंगे ना, like all other intellectual property rights individuals को मिलता है, यहाँ individuals को rights नहीं मिलता है, कि एक community को मिलता है rights. A community which is involved in the production of that particular product gets the rights, and it is for the infinite time. Like every 10 years you have to renew, like trademark registration, but the rights is with the community. So because of this they can actually earn. We in India में काफी सारे rural populations है, and of course India is rich in culture, like handicraft or these kind of products. India has a rich culture, and in order to encourage such creation, such products, so this geographical indication registration is there. There is a small video related to geographical indication, since we are seeing a lot of text and we are learning about a lot of IP rights. I thought it will be like a break. We'll just see the video and come back. I hope you'll be able to hear the audio.
चिंदी चोर के साथ घमासान के बाद अब आईपी नानी बिजी हो गई अपनी पोती की शादी की तैयारियों में. संगीत वाले दिन जब छोटू उनसे मिला तो
वाओ नानी, आप तो बिल्कुल छाए हुए हो. आपके सामने तो मधुबाला को भी कॉम्प्लेक्स.
ओए, मस्का लगाना बंद कर. ये बता तुझे क्या चाहिए?
नानी, आपने तो मेरा दिल ही तोड़ दिया. क्या एक प्यारा सा लाडला सा बच्चा अपने नानी को कॉम्प्लीमेंट भी नहीं दे सकता?
अच्छा चल, एक्सेप्ट किया तेरा कॉम्प्लीमेंट। अब बता तुझे क्या चाहिए?
मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बस आपकी हाथ की वो स्पेशल वाली चाय पीनी है।
बस इतनी सी बात के लिए इतना बड़ा मस्का?
मस्का नहीं नानी, आपा सचमुच बहुत ही रॉकिंग लग रही हो। ये साड़ी आप पर बहुत ही अच्छी लग रही है।
अरे ये तो स्पेशल लखनवी चिकनकारी है। लखनवी चिकनकारी पूरी दुनिया में मशहूर, इतनी खूबसूरत और बारीक एम्ब्रॉयडरी के काम के लिए फेमस है। लेकिन पता है इसकी सबसे बड़ी खासियत क्या है?
क्या है?
ये एक रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है।
जीआई? वो क्या होता है नानी?
जीआई का मतलब होता है जियोग्राफिकल इंडिकेशंस, हिंदी में जिसे भौगोलिक उपदर्शन कहते हैं। ये किसी समुदाय का बौद्धिक अधिकार है, वो विरासत जिन्हें प्रोटेक्ट और एनकरेज करने की बहुत आवश्यकता है। मुख्यतः इन टाइप्स में रजिस्टर्ड होती है: नेचुरल गुड्स, मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स, टेक्सटाइल्स, हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स, फूड स्टफ।
अच्छा।
चल अब ना किचन में चलते हैं और गर्मा गर्म चाय बनाते हैं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
किचन की ओर जाते हुए नानी ने छोटू को देश घुमा दिया।
छोटू।
जी नानी।
ये देख, ये पेंटिंग देख। ये एक मधुबनी पेंटिंग है, बिहार की। और ये है हिमाचल की कांगड़ा पेंटिंग। तेरे नानू को देश की कला और संस्कृति से जुड़ी हुई चीजों को इकट्ठा करने का बहुत शौक है।
अच्छा।
ये कठपुतलियां देख रहा है?
हाँ।
ये राजस्थान की हैं। इसी तरह छत्तीसगढ़ से बस्तर ढोकरा, आंध्र प्रदेश से तिरुपति लड्डू, असम से मूगा सिल्क, नागालैंड से नागा मिर्च और मध्य प्रदेश के बाघ प्रिंट, ये सब रजिस्टर्ड जीआईज हैं।
ओके।
ये हमारे देश की कला और संस्कृति का प्रतीक है। हमारे देश में हुनर और कला का इतना भंडार है कि अभी से ही 300 से ज्यादा रजिस्टर्ड जीआईज हैं।
वाओ नानी।
चल अब तू चाय बनाने में मेरी मदद कर। एक बर्तन में पानी ले और उबालने के लिए रख।
यस बॉस।
पता है छोटू, तुझे मेरे हाथ की चाय इतनी पसंद क्यों है?
क्यों है नानी?
क्योंकि ये स्पेशल दार्जिलिंग की चाय है। ये सबसे पहली रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है जो 2004 में रजिस्टर्ड हुई थी।
लेकिन नानी एक बात बताओ, इन जीआई से फायदा क्या होता है?
देखो छोटू, ज्यादातर जीआई गांव के समुदाय के होते हैं। इनसे कारीगरों, बुनकरों, किसानों की आमदनी बढ़ती है। उनको अपनी मेहनत का सही दाम मिलता है और उन वस्तुओं की डिमांड भी बढ़ती है। साथ साथ खरीदने वालों को भी विश्वास हो जाता है कि वो एक जेन्युइन चीज खरीद रहे हैं।
ओह, वैसे नानी मुझे एक आइडिया आया है।
अरे वाह छोटू, तेरे को आइडिया?
यस नानी, अगले महीने फॉरेन से मेरे दोस्त आ रहे हैं। क्यों ना मैं उन्हें हमारे देश के कुछ सुंदर जीआई प्रोडक्ट्स गिफ्ट में दूं?
ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा आइडिया है छोटू। उन्हें ये चीजें जरूर पसंद आएंगी और हमारे देश की कला का नाम भी होगा।
देखा नानी, आपकी संगत में मैं कितना इंटेलिजेंट हो गया हूँ।
हाँ भाई, ये बात तो है।
और एक बार फिर आईपी नानी।
So that video is a little it gives overview about geographical indications. Going back to our presentation, so the last intellectual property rights to discuss is industrial designs. Industrial designs we register hota hai, designs of products we register hota hai, like that you are able to identify this product, right? Without knowing, like without looking into the car के नाम क्या है देखने के पहले you will be able to identify seeing the design. So this is a Tata Nano car, like products in the automobile sector. In the daily life we are using different products like shoes, dress, electronic devices, even daily use water bottles. So these kind of products which comes with a different design, an attractive design to make to attract customers or consumers. These designs are also can be registered, and industrial designs is an intellectual property rights. It gives protection for the aesthetic product, and it makes the product more attractive. Designs makes the product more attractive, right? People come with even the product features remains the same, but the design changes. No added no added features, but the design changes just to make it more attractive or attract more consumers for that. So designs can be registered for a single product also. It can be like a set of articles, like crockery जो दिखाया है, ज्वेलरीज की डिजाइंस रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. सो यू कैन गेट प्रोटेक्शन फॉर दैट, एंड दिस प्रोटेक्शन इज, ये जो मोनोपोली है डिजाइन के ऊपर, this is for 15 years. If you have a particular design for a product, if you have you made with your creative skills a particular design very active, you can get a design registered for that, IPR for that. So this is monopoly is for 15 years. After 15 years, the design will be in the public domain. Anyone can use that design without your permission. That is about the IPRs. There is a slide which shows there are different IPRs in a single product. For example, it is an Apple laptop. The logo can be protected under trademark. The features of the features of the laptop, like display, keyboard का features है, touchpad का features है, battery का features है. Any such technical features of the product can be patented, and it can be like a features separately may the company get a patent for, and also with all the features, 2-3 improved features, or these kind, like ऐसा नहीं है कि एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस देखेंगे तो उसके ऊपर एक ही पेटेंट होंगे, नहीं. So they try to get every small improved feature, they get a patent for such features. So these technical features are patentable. Design can be registered under industrial designs. User manual, जिसमें written document है कि उसमें instructions how to use the product or what the other details about the product. So such written document can be protected under copyright. Integrated circuits होता है सारे electronic device के अंदर. So you know, electronic device has a separate integrated circuit. So सब सारे डिवाइस की सर्किट्स डिफरेंट होता है. सो these integrated circuits can be registered under semiconductor integrated circuit layout design registry. So this is different IPs, and there is a small video. It's not that big as GI related video. It's a small video related to it will again give an overview of all the IPRs that we just discussed. With this, we have come to the end of the session. It was a long session, I agree. Yeah, I'll show you the overview about our intellectual property system in India. There is Rajiv Gandhi Intellectual Property and Management, RGNIIPM, is in Nagpur. They provide awareness workshops, online courses related to IPR. So if you are interested in learning more about IPR, you can go to RGNIIPM website. Patent offices are there in Calcutta, Delhi, Chennai, and Mumbai. But all the filing you can file it online also, and the filing is jurisdiction wise. Like in Mumbai office, individuals in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Goa. So this western side of India can file in Mumbai office. So this is jurisdiction wise distributed. So design office in Calcutta, trademark registry Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, and Hyderabad, Ahmedabad. Sorry. Geographical indication registry is in Chennai. Semiconductor integrated circuit layout design registry is in Delhi, and copyright registry is in Delhi. So this is an outline of intellectual property system in India. Controller General of Patents Design Center. It comes under the Controller General of Patents Design Center. That's all. If you want more information regarding IP related aspects, you can go to our website ipindia.nic.in. Thank you. Thank you for your kind attention. If you have any questions, please let me know.
So students, I request, I am sure you're listening to Parvati ma'am for last 1 hour, 30 minutes, seeing interesting videos. This is the time you can unmute yourself and ask any queries you have, or some of you want to put it in the chat, you can do that as well.
Yes, and there is one announcement for the students. Please do not leave the meeting immediately. You have to fill your feedback form, and that feedback form will serve as your attendance recording, and also you will get your certificate with the help of it. So please do not leave the meeting immediately.
Right.
Yes, Aishwarya.
Students, I'll just add. Aishwarya, 1 minute. I'll just add to Geeta ma'am. Students, as ma'am rightly said, you'll get your e-certificate and you'll get it from the officials directly. So the feedback form which you fill, the email ID you give, it will come to your email ID directly from them. So
Yes.
as ma'am rightly said, be little more patientful and interact, understand from ma'am. Very soon you will get the feedback link in the chat box as well. Aishwarya, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, it was very amazing lecture, very informative.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask. I am doing my MSc right now, and I am doing like a diploma in IPR from Indira Gandhi Distance University too.
Okay.
So I just like how to like go ahead after that, like for job purposes, etc.
You are looking for a job in IPR
Like
related.
I'm doing MSc in biotechnology, and
Got it.
like I've applied for the diploma as well. Like it is on the way.
Oh, got it. So yeah, like for if you're looking for a career in IPR, I'll tell you, like I had no idea about IPR before joining this office. I learned all these things after joining this office only. So, like I had a completely technical degree. There it was through recruitment for examiner of patents and designs. Uh, it is not a yearly recruitment process. It is a vacancy based recruitment process. So you can apply for such posts after doing your post graduations. The qualification was post graduation in science. So after doing it was called for different disciplines. Like here we have examiners in biotechnology, microbiology, engineering, textile engineering, mechanical, all those engineering disciplines, mechanical engineering, metallurgy, electronic science, communication, computer science. So in these disciplines, uh, I don't know when the next recruitment comes, but for science graduate, it is one opportunity to get a career in IPR through the recruitment for examiner of patents and designs. And there is another opportunity also, if I say, like to become a patent agent. So to become a patent agent, every year office conduct exams, but this is not a government office. Government conduct exams, and those who qualifies those exam and interview can practice as a registered patent agent. Registered patent agent, I told you during the lecture that registered patent agent can assist. They are more aware about all these legal procedures and the provisions of act. There is patent act, which deals with all the regulations related to patenting. So patent agents के एग्जाम में मोस्टली पेटेंट एक्ट से रिलेटेड ही क्वेश्चंस होता है, बट उसमें भी you should be a science graduate is eligible for appearing for patent agent, and you can practice as patent agent. Other than that, there are certain IP cells after pursuing, and you know basics about IPR. There are IP cells in various institutions and organizations, because it's very important to know about drafting. Mostly people lack drafting skills or don't know what all things should be there in a specification. So these things, so IP cells are very important, and nowadays in every institute, these IP cells are being started to assist the filing and all, patent filing also. So that is also one way you can get a career in IPR. If you do such courses or drafting related courses, WIPO also every year provide courses by around December to March is the time for applying for such courses. They provide online courses. World Intellectual Property Organization बहुत अच्छा courses provide करते हैं. So if you are really interested in doing such courses, you can do such diploma or further drafting courses, or then you can become a patent agent, or you can practice with an IP cell. You can join some IP cell for IP related works. So because you are already having a technical knowledge, biotech, so this will help. Technical knowledge is very important. That is the main thing that you should be know. When someone comes to you and they tell you their invention, you should be able to correlate with that, right? How their invention is. So technical knowledge is very important. So add it. You have an IPR knowledge. ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है. I also learned through my career, but it will take some time. 1 or 2 year course. It is the maximum time I told you. So it will help you to do. To know more about IPR, and you can get a career in any of this field, and it's a good field because innovations are never ending. RG and IPM also provide courses. Yes.
That registered patent agent, what was the exam that you did?
Registered patent office conduct exam, patent office conduct exam, and there is a list of patent agents. Only those patent agents, they have their qualification is science graduation, and then questions उसमें mostly questions are all related to Patents Act and the patent filing procedure. So a patent agent should be aware about all the procedure of Patents Act, patent filing related, because they are supposed to help others. Help in the sense they'll charge you, and they file patent applications on behalf of the applicants or companies. So I'm telling you, most of the patent applications comes through agents here. Because they know the procedures. There is a lot of procedures going through a patent application, because once you file a patent application, you have to file a request for patent application. After that there will be public, once you file, then publication, and you can file a request in between or after the publication. After that your patent application will be examined. एग्जामिनेशन में हम लोग सर्च करते हैं कि आपके इन्वेंशन जैसा और इन्वेंशन है, आपके इन्वेंशन में टेक्निकल एडवांसमेंट है. So these are patent agents work. So you can become a patent agent also, or you can come as an examiner of patents also through recruitment. Happens in the coming years. It happens, but it's not happening every year. Last time it was in 2019. Before that it was in 2016. I came in 2012. So It's not every year recruitment. Yeah, there is a. Is that okay, Aishwarya? I think I could answer your questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. There is one more question about a website where a public can see all the patented products or services registered, so for avoid duplicating. With respect to patents, yes, you can see all the granted patents in IP India website. There is a filter also. If you go for a patent search on the top left side, there is a check to see the granted patents. You can check the granted and you can uh, put your keywords and search for patents. It needs search actually to understand, or you can simply go through Google Patents to see whether these products are patented or what happened in different countries. Google Patents gives all the jurisdiction, like US का भी EP में भी कहीं पे भी हुआ है, patent हुआ है, so all these details Google Patents will give. Or you can go through such website like WIPO का Patentscope, Europe ka SPASnet. So these are patent databases where they give information regarding the patented products. You can check, you can simply go through there from they provide Google Patents में भी link होता है, USPTO के website में जाके check कर सकते हैं कि status क्या है, pending है, revoke हुआ है, कुछ legal proceedings चल रहा है. So these all things, most of the patent office websites are transparent. Indian Patent Office website भी काफी transparent है कि you get all the information regarding the processing. Regarding trademarks, yes, in IP India website, you can search for trademarks. There you can search with keywords whether such service or mark is available. So that is the only place where I think trademark examiners search for their before registration of a trademark. So you can search before filing your trademark application. One thing you should keep in mind regarding patents is आपको prior publish नहीं करना है. Yeah, sure. You should not publish or you should not commercialize the product before filing a patent. First step you should take is you should file a patent application and then go for publication, research publication, whatsoever. You go for that. Yeah, my pleasure. So this is one thing you should keep in mind. अगर पेटेंट फाइलिंग के बारे में बोलेंगे तो और you should not publish it before. Provisional specification का भी एक फाइलिंग है, like आप अभी रिसर्च की अर्ली स्टेज में है एंड यू वांट टू अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपके इन्वेंशंस के लिए पेटेंट मिल सकता है, कि यू नो ऑल द फीचर्स ऑफ द इन्वेंशन, आपको क्लियर है, तो आपको एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के लिए और टाइम चाहिए, तो यू कैन फाइल अ प्रोविजनल स्पेसिफिकेशन. उससे क्या फायदा है ना, तो आपको वो डेट जो है, डेट ऑफ फाइलिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है, बिकॉज उसी दिन के जस्ट पहले के दिन तक का सर्च होता है. Like we put the filter of date of filing before searching for a patent application. So in order to secure the first date of filing or the earliest date of filing, आप एक provisional specification डाल दीजिए जिसमें आप सारे features provisionally in a broad sense आप बता दीजिए, and then you file a complete specification within 1 year. 1 year तक आपको time है to filing a complete specification. 12 months 1 year के बाद अगर फाइल करेंगे तो it will be abandoned, so आपके chance you lose a chance. So make sure that you file a complete specification within 1 year with all the experimental data, with all the assessment to prove that आपकी invention technically advanced है. So this is one major thing people actually make use of to save the that filing date, because always be the first to file a patent application. That is very important. First to it's very important. Okay, I think you got the feedback form, right? You're able to fill it. Is there any other questions? If anyone you want to put it in chat, it's okay.
And there is a question, if there
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
website where the public can see all the patented products. I think during your session, you did share one of the slide where you
Yes.
gave the insight. If you could just share the website in the chat, it would be, that is
Okay.
what probably they are looking forward for.
Okay.
Also, student may confirm if now the form is accessible. One of you please confirm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is accessible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think, ma'am, you also mentioned the Google patent search.
Yes.
And the Patent Office of India, the
Yes.
intellectual.
I'm just putting that. If you go into the IP India website, like there is a public search key. From there also you can go to that platform. So this is the place. By clicking this, yeah, I hope you're able to get. One more thing is Google search. Google patents, you search for the advanced search.
Okay.
When you just put Google patents in the keywords, you will get. So go for the advanced search. There you can put the keywords and you can filter also. There is. So these are some of the patent search platforms. Here in this Indian patent website also, if you put some keywords, you'll get all the patent applications listed, and you can check each of by checking the status of the application. So you'll be able to see all the documents uploaded in that. एक एक करके आप खोल के दे सकते हैं कि क्या क्या है. Those who are familiar with those documents will be able to correlate it, and it will be very helpful for them.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if there is a
Yes,
best
ma'am.
practice which we follow, and how do we put it under the concept of IPR? Does it come under the process and you write an article on that and then take it further?
For patenting, you are asking, ma'am?
No, not for patenting exactly. So if I say we follow a best practice, so after we do some research, I'm sure if we say we follow a best practice, then we need to do some kind of research and write a
Yes.
research article. And probably in IPR Act, it would come under the process part because it's not a product per se,
Yes, exactly. So
right?
it is like you should before going for a IPR, you should actually understand कि
Correct.
इसमें मुझे क्या protection ले सकता है. What all things is actually can be protected with this. And when if you are going for a patent filing, you always go with a broader sense. कि जितना आप broad रख सकते हैं, you keep it like that, because before doing a research you go for a documentation. Keep every single thing documented, every small thing. Who did this research? When did I do this thing? What are all the raw materials used? Because these things may help during your processing of applications. So every minute features you document it down, then you come to a conclusion that yes, I have an invention and इसमें मुझे क्या क्या patent मिल सकता है. You can go for a product also, product alone also you can go for a patent. You can go for a patent application with a process also. if you have time, I can show you a specification um, which shows a patent specification. Just a overview. Um, which will give you an idea. So there,
Students, you can post your chat, your query in the chat box meanwhile, so that ma'am can take it after this. If you have any query per se.
this is how a patent specification looks like. So it will be having a first page called Form 2. There you will keep title of the invention and the applicant name and all. So then there will be like a different parts of a specification, a field of invention, where you just briefly mention what is your field. Like it is in the field of biotechnology, it's a field of medicines, it's a field of vaccines, whatsoever. Then you will write the background. How did you reach your invention? What was the problem in the background or drawbacks in the background? So references आप दे सकते हैं. So these kind of things you can do. काफी लंबा लिखते हैं, like like you write in a thesis also. This way people write different. Background can be very small also. It's not like you can mention the drawbacks and then you can come to your invention. If not, then here it is like you put the objectives of invention. What is your objective to carry out this invention? What is actually your invention is. A brief summary again. If you have drawings or other sequences or any drawings, if engineering के invention है तो drawings काफी ज़्यादा होता है, so you can give a brief description. Drawings आप separately attach करेंगे one by one. उसमें ज़्यादा text you mention the brief description in the description part. Drawings के एक अलग folder होंगे. You can separately. So again detailed description आ जाता है. In detailed description they discuss all their invention, like in all the possible detailed ways. In example part mein, they keep their experimental studies, example 1 2 3, to show that how my invention is different and how my invention is technically advanced. So ये सब examples list करते हैं, फिर results discuss करते हैं. Then you can list the advantages if required. It is not mandatory. If you want to list it, you can list it. So it will be like a, for a person who's checking your description, it will be easy to read. And this is the most important part where you claim. यहाँ इन्होंने claim किया है एक diagnostic kit claim किया है for detecting mycobacterium tuberculosis की detection की kit claim किए हैं. So like इन्होंने काफी सारे claims रखा है. They have kept the first claim broad. So whenever you draft something, you should be very clear कि आपको क्या protection चाहिए और इसमें क्या क्या possible protection ले सकता है. Don't think that this is not patentable, this is not patentable. Keep everything. So patent office will tell if it is not patentable. That time you can reduce it, right? Because after a time addition possible नहीं होता है. Once you file, it is final. So उसमें further आप processing के time पे आके मैडम इसको मैं product में convert करूँ क्या? So that is not possible if you have not included that in the initial stage. So they have gone for the word also, like a process also for detection. So this way you can keep it as a product claim alone also. You can keep it as a product and a process also. So you should be very clear about this before filing a patent application
Right.
or before going for invention. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I think
Geeta ma'am, I understand students don't have much query on
because it's very difficult to understand in a very short
Yes.
time.
But I would say, Parvati ma'am, this was a wonderful beginning for our students, and I would say even for me, for myself, because I have attended a few boot camps on innovation and startup. However, how to convert that
I can hear that properly. I think there is a network issue. I'm not able to hear.
Geeta ma'am, we are not able to hear you. I guess, ma'am, there was some network issue at ma'am's end.
Yeah, this happens with the webinars.
We are getting used to, we have almost got used to it in last week.
Sometimes I feel really disappointed, but we'll not get any. The purpose of doing
Okay.
this may
Are
not
you
be.
able to hear me now?
Now
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
clear. Now it's clear.
Yeah, okay. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, ma'am, our institution, SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, it is as old as the state of Maharashtra, established in the same year as the state of Maharashtra was established. And we are an arts, science, commerce institution. We also have management studies, mass media, and we have 7 research centers, PhD centers, and multiple MSc centers as well. So I'm sure our students today who attended today are largely benefited out of this lecture, where you walked us through the documentation required for patenting, registration. You explained the difference between trademark, copyright, logo, tagline, geographical indication. Largely, everybody is aware of the biopiracy attempts of US, the famous turmeric battle and the basmati battle. But a commoner wouldn't generally know beyond that. So I'm really surprised to know that even Rasgulla is patented, Puneri Pagdi is patented. That's really something new that I've learned today. So this program was conducted under by the internal quality assurance cell of our college and the Central Training Department, which is under Suma Madam. It was a joint effort, and the purpose was enhancing quality, which I'm sure is very, very successful through this very lucid and illustrative lecture of yours. So I would now request Suma ma'am to deliver her formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Suma ma'am.
Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Geeta ma'am has covered the most important aspect. When we give the formal vote of thanks, we also mention that how particularly the speaker makes it more interesting the session. So the first thing I would like to thank Parvati ma'am for making this session as interactive as possible. You have ensured that during the session, from the invention to the origin to the inventors, from the basics of IPR, what exactly is intellectual property, also making us understand the difference between a thought, an idea, and a product. So most of us would only have heard about it, but you made it realize us with the pictorial presentations which you had and explained it in a very lucid manner for all of us, for the faculties, for the students. Moving further, you took us through the copyright, the trademarks, the patents, the aspects which are covered here, also on the procedural aspect of one slide with what is the forms involved and what are the costs involved. So very systematic way of engaging the participants in the thought what you want to actually share with us. So as rightly Geeta ma'am said, this is just a beginning for our students, for all of us, what exactly the concept of IPR, trademark, copyright, which we in our day-to-day scenario we do use, but we have understood from a very formal platform. I must thank the Government of India for taking this initiative, the authorities in the patenting office taking all the efforts to reaching out to the educational institutions and asking that please provide us time wherein we can come and take this awareness session. So my special thanks to Mr. Pratik Indre. We were in constant touch to plan this session. Pratik sir, this is just one session initiated at SIES. We would have many more sessions for our high school and the other students as well. I move further to the education institution, as Geeta ma'am rightly said. This program was a joint initiative between the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, the oldest college in SIES, and the Central Training Department, who caters to all the learning and development initiatives for the SIES family. So the college hosted this program, and thereby at a given point of time, we had more than 140 students and participants attending this session. The next special thanks to the participants, my faculty colleagues, my dear students who were very participative. In spite of having the liberty of muting, unmuting, they used the platform of chat. They also used wherever they felt comfortable to unmute and ask and interact. So that also makes the session more interesting. My special thanks to our Vice Principal, Dr. Satish Sarfare sir, who actually inspired us in the beginning when we started this session, giving the background of how the college has already started with this entrepreneur cell, and also with this innovation for the students, and college is taking lot of initiatives for the students to actually encouraging students with the innovative ideas. And as sir rightly said, the office is very close to the college students, and we see how approachable the officials are, how approachable Parvati ma'am is. Some student asked the email ID. I'm sure if you have any concern, any query, you can write to her, and I'm sure ma'am would reply to us and respond to us also. I must thank.
May I interrupt Suma for 1 minute?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I'm so sorry, but I'm very tempted to share with you, Parvati ma'am, that there are two startups which have taken place from our college. One was
great.
during COVID time, and it was a computer science student whose innovation was the COVID UV lamp for sanitization, which has got patent. And there is a group of students of food technology and nutrition department who have got who have started. There is a startup. I don't think they have patented any ideas yet, but the startup has initiated, and they are commercializing iron bites, okay, to combat iron deficiency in the form of some yummy chewies. So that is something which we would proudly like to share with you. Sorry for the interruption, Suma. You may
Great.
please.
That's
No, ma'am,
really
that was
interesting
on
to
right
hear.
time.
And
That
yes,
was
it's the
on right
right time.
I
And
congratulate.
I believe by knowing more about IPR, the more such startups will come. And yeah, yes, it's from the young age, becoming being an employee and an employer is different, right? These startups, they can start as an employer itself, their career. That's great.
Yes, ma'am. That is what I was mentioning. This is just a beginning. We will have many more specific sessions in
Sure.
detail about the process and other aspects in IPR patenting, so that our students get more platform to understand, learn. That is why we are all here for this initiative. I must thank my IT colleague, the entire IT team, for this technological support. Otherwise, it's very difficult to reach out and to be having a very smooth platform of webinar. A special thanks to Mr. Charan, my IT colleague, Ramchandra sir, Santosh, the team in the SIES SISCOM IT cell. Also, and as I always say, last but not least, our management, who has been always supportive in all the learning initiatives. The moment I said that we would want to do this program, and we are starting with one of the degree colleges, ma'am, I should say we have students from different courses. We have students and faculties. In fact, some of our heads of institution, director from the Institute of Comprehensive Education, which is into teacher training and counseling. So we have students from that courses also. We have students from School of Packaging. We have UG students from Pure Science, Applied Science. So it's a mixed combination from all the platform. We have students, learners. I always say they are learners today. A special thanks to Pratik sir for making this happen, sir. So finally, we have started our journey of the first session in IPR. Now, may I request all of you to unmute your camera. We can take a group pic, virtually a group pic we all can take. Charan, if you're around, can I request you to take a group pic for all of us?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Thank you, Charan. You also need to be in the picture, Charan. 1 minute. I had kept Parvati man's. Yeah. Yes, Charan, waiting for your signal.
Okay, just give me a second. Yeah. Yeah, it's done. It's done, ma'am.
Thank you, Charan. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
students.
all dear students. And thank you Suma ma'am, Geeta ma'am, Satish sir, Pratik, thank you for the support, and yeah, I will see in future such
Sure.
works.
We will keep on interacting.
Yeah.
And thank you for
Yeah.
your time. Students, if you have filled the feedback form, very soon you shall get your certificate also. Thanks for being a very wonderful participant.